So today I want to talk to you about a Samhain celebration. So it's almost Samhain, which falls on October 31st to November 1st, the same time as Halloween, and they have a lot of similarities. They have the same feel about. So if you're anticipating inviting people that are normally used to celebrating Halloween, you can integrate the two. So what is Samhain? Samhain is a celebration that marks the end of summer. It literally means summer's end in the Gaelic language. And it was a time when the nights got longer and colder. It was a time when the harvest was ending. Everything was dying. It's a time when life gave way to death and reminded us of the cycle of life, the continuous, never-ending cycle. Was a time for honoring the ancestors, remembering the ones that came before, and honoring them. And this is the main focus, the main thing that I like to focus on Samhain. That, and it's very easy to integrate divination, which is another aspect. Now, the ancient people celebrated Samhain by bonfires, feasting, dancing, and honoring their ancestors. They celebrated the end of harvest. And one big aspect of Samhain, one thing that I always think of, is the corn dolly. I made this one. They're pretty easy to make. And you can integrate this into your Samhain celebration by making them and giving them as like party favors or decorations. So when you create or think of what you're going to do on your Samhain celebration, one of the main aspects that you are going to want to focus on is that of remembering ancestors. So at the beginning of your celebration, you would have everyone light a candle or say some names of their deceased loved ones, ancestors, and they can get up there, read a list, light a candle. You can have a bunch of tea lights up there. Tea lights are very inexpensive. You can get 100 tea lights at Walmart for less than $5. They used to be less than $5. Inflation, they might be a little bit more than that now, but they're very inexpensive. So you would have them light a tea light after they say the names of their ancestors. They can burn a bay leaf, and if there's younger children there, they can just ring a bell. Fire safety. So the next thing that you want to do is have food. You want to have food there, and it can be traditional things. They ate a lot of potatoes, from what I read, grains, things like that. But they would have a big trays full of food, and people would just come and get food off the trays. So you could do something like that. So in addition to food and your ritual, you will want to have something fun to do, like an arts and crafts time. And you want it to be something significant that has to do with Samhain. So Samhain is the witch's new year. So you can make little brooms. They're very easy to make. You can have everything already ready. I painted this stick here, but you don't have to do that. You can just use a natural stick. And everybody would have their bottom, the bottom of it. Let me trim off the top of that. Then you simply insert the little stick in here. And then you're just going to wrap it around. And you can already have the string on there and everything. So you would just, they would just wrap the rest of the string around this way, all the way up, and just tie it off. You have to imagine what it looks like. And then you can have just a little charm on the side that you can just tie around it. That's quick and easy. It's not going to be too messy. Even kids can do this one. And then you can explain what the witch's broom represents, what it does. For example, you can talk about sweeping away negativity. This is a great opportunity to teach people that don't otherwise know that, you know, witchcraft is not necessarily an evil thing. A lot of Christians are taught that it has to do with Satan, their adversary, but you can show them and teach them in a subtle way through the Samhain celebration how great it can be. So if you didn't want to do a broom, you could do chicken feet. Here's some that I made. And the thing with these are paint can be very messy, especially if you have younger children. That might not be such a great idea, and glue, stuff like that. But you can always give these as a party favor as well. You could give like a little party bag where you put something like a crystal and some herbs, acorns. This is another thing you can paint or use as a party favor. You could write Samhain 2022 on there. In your gift bag, you could put some. Here's some protection oil that I make, but it looks kind of Samhain-y with little thorns and stuff like that in there. Or you could go with the divination aspect and put a divination oil in there. So you have your ritual, you have your feast, you have your arts and crafts time. And then I think it would be fun to focus on the aspect of divination and do tarot readings, or you could give a runes reading. You might even could do spirit board if people were into that. It could be just a few people and everybody else could watch, or so on and so forth. You could integrate Samhain and Halloween by carving pumpkins into jack-o'-lanterns. This is one aspect that's the same. I think this is a great way to integrate the two holidays and to educate people about Samhain and witchcraft in general. And there's still a little bit of a stigma and preconceived notions and ideas about witchcraft. And this is a great time and opportunity to show people how it really is. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you.